Hey guys, we're starting with polynomials in this video. Polynomials is an important foundation for your quadratic functions, and in this unit we will be covering up how to expand and simplify polynomials as well as how to factor polynomials. Expanding and simplifying polynomials as well as factoring polynomials is an important requirement for you to do your questions in quadratic functions. Now let's go over the first type of expand and simplify problem. Let's say we have a question like this. All we have to do is apply FOIL for, we can say, distributive property. So let's apply the distributive property. These are called different terms of the brackets. So we have two terms in the first bracket and we have two terms in the second bracket. In order to expand and simplify, all we have to do is multiply each term of one bracket with each term of the second bracket. So if we multiply the first term of first bracket with the first term of second bracket, we would get 3 times 2 is 6, x times x is x squared. Then we multiply the first term of the first bracket with the second term of the second bracket. And we see this is a plus 3x times minus 4, so we get a minus 12x. Then we continue the same process with the second term of the first bracket multiplied with the first term of the second bracket. This is 7 times 2x gives us 14x. Similarly, we do 7 times negative 4 is negative 28. We see here that we have two terms with same x value. So these are called the like terms. You can collect these like terms together. So our final answer will become 6x squared minus 12 plus 14 is a plus 2x minus 28. And this is our final answer. Similarly, let's solve another problem. Let's say we have 2a, 3a plus b, 5a minus b. Now in this case, we have three things to multiply, 1, 2, and 3. When we multiply the first two terms together, the answer from the first two terms will then be multiplied with the third one. Let's see how this looks like. So first we would multiply 2a with 3a, and we get 2 times 3 is 6. A times a is a squared because they are like terms. So we can multiply a with a as they are similar variables. Then we multiply 2a with b and we get 2 times, no number here means the number is 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. A and b, they are different variables that cannot be multiplied with each other but can stay together. So we can write it as ab. Now the result of the first two product is this. Next we have is 5a minus b. That's the third term. Now we will multiply this with this. So this is our first term of the first bracket. This is our first term of the second bracket. And here we get 6a squared times 5a. That gives us 6 times 5 is 30. A squared times a. Make sure when you have same variables you can multiply, and when you multiply all you have to do is just add their powers. 2 plus 1 is a cubed. Next you would do is multiply 6a squared with b, and that would give you 6 times no number means the number is 6. A squared does not have any similar variable here, so a squared and b will stay together but will not get multiplied. Next we would multiply is the second term of the first bracket with the first term of the second bracket. We just need to make sure that every term multiplies the every other term of the other bracket. So 2 times 5 is 10. In this case we have a times a, that gives us a squared. B has no like term, so we put it like that. Next we have is 2ab multiplied by b. So no number here means 2 times 1 is 2, and there is a negative sign there, so we will put a negative here. And a does not have a like term as a variable, so a will go as is. B has a like term with variable b, So b multiplied by b will give us a b square. We can see a square b are like terms. So we would combine 6a square b with 10a square b, and we would get our final answer to be 30a cubed plus 16a square b minus 2ab square. Only like terms can get added up or subtracted. Let's take up another example. And the question says we have minus 5x, 3x plus 5y times 2x plus 4. In this case also we follow the same technique as we did in example number 2. All we have to do is just first multiply the first two terms, and the answer from there we would multiply with the third term. When we multiply negative 5x with a 3x, we get a negative 15x square. Then we multiply negative 5x with 5y, and we get a negative 25xy. This is our first bracket. Now our second bracket was 2x plus 4. All we have to do is follow the same method. Negative 15x squared multiplied by 2x gives us negative 15 times 2, which is negative 30 x squared, and here also there is x. No power means power is 1. So when we multiply the similar variables, we just add their powers. So we get x cubed. Next we have is negative 15x squared multiplied by 4, and we get negative 60x squared. Negative 25xy multiplied by 2x, that gives us negative 50. X has a common variable as x in another term, so we can multiply this with this. Both have power 1, so it becomes x squared. Y has no common variable, so y goes as is. And finally we do is 25xy multiplied by 4. That gives us minus 100xy. Let's see if we have any common like terms. This has variable x cubed, this has variable x squared, this has variable x square y, this has variable xy. None of the variables are alike, so we cannot combine any like terms. As we do not have any like terms, that means our final answer is negative 30x cubed minus 60x squared minus 50x square y minus 100xy.